Welcome to you wherever you are in the world. I am so pleased that today we are welcoming colleagues from all corners of the globe. We have attendees from 26, I think it is, different countries. So South Africa, Japan, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Latvia, Philippines, just to call out a few at random. I am delighted to say that BDF now has over 550 members, and over 50% of them, over 50% of you, are global businesses. And way back now, in 2018, we established our global task force, and it's gone from strength to strength. I don't think we ever dreamed we'd have almost 700 delegates registered for our annual conference today. The task force has been instrumental in creating a range of reports and resources. First up, our global version of our Disability Smart Tool, our Global Business Disability Framework, which is a maturity model. Then our first report on how to develop a global disability inclusion strategy, both supported by Shell. Then 4 deep dive reports supported by our friends at HSBC on global data monitoring, workplace adjustments or accommodations, built environment and language. Across the piece, we see that disability is still too often put in the too difficult box. The message we try to get across is that it doesn't have to be, via lots of very practical, very pragmatic support and advice. I also say I try to move people from why to why not, from why should I do this or provide this, to why on earth wouldn't I want to give people the tools they need to do a great job for us. Ultimately, this is about talent. It's so important we change the narrative. We know that diverse teams are more productive, creative, bring better problem solving and better reflect the communities they serve, whether that's customers, clients, service users, patients, students, families, you name it. At a UK level, there is still more to be done. But at a global level, it's, of course, much, much more complex, with different attitudes around disability, different legislative frameworks where you can, can't, or must ask about disability, and quotas and targets in many countries. And crucially, we can't do it alone. So our theme today is the power of partnerships. Simply, we are all better if we work together. Innovative ideas for inclusion come from collaborating with others who bring a fresh and different perspective, including disabled people, and sharing expertise to create a more accessible and inclusive world for everyone. Today, we'll be focusing on 2 areas in particular: recruitment and tech. And we will be hearing about projects from around the globe where business has worked in partnership with governments and not-for-profit agencies to tap into talent and to not just hire disabled people, but to help them thrive. We shall see how both businesses and disabled people have benefited as a result. And tech can bring us together, the power of the platform we're using right now, for example, or it can divide us and instill fear, with fears perhaps of AI and unruly robots. And fittingly, today is the start of an AI summit hosted by the UK Prime Minister in the UK. So today it's not quite a summit, but we will bring together tech giants and much smaller innovators to show how tech can be used for good and how they are competing to make the world a more connected and inclusive place. So there's lots to get through in our 2 sessions, and my huge, huge thanks to HSBC, our very long-standing friend and partner, for sponsoring this conference and for their wider continued support and friendship.